Family, what's going on, y'all? It's Fetty G with SSK Kennels fam, and we are about to dive into our American Bullies fighting dogs. Let's get into it.
Love off the money, put blood on the money. When you make it to the top, everybody money hunting. They gunning, they coming. They wanna see you in the grave, don't wanna see you paid. They wanna see you slave, but nah, we can't have that. And niggas turn to dead weight, we had to trash that. No lost love, tell them suckers they can have that.
Alright, fam, what's going on, y'all? Make sure, fam, before we get going, y'all hit that like button, subscribe to the channel, family. I need y'all help. We almost had 30,000 subscribers, and with y'all help, we could do it. Also, on this video, if we can, let's try our best to make sure this video gets to at least 300 likes, fam. Anything over, mama mia. Fam, listen, American Bullies, y'all. Let's talk about the American Bully breed for a second, right? The American Bully breed was created a few years ago. American Bully breed is not an old breed, right? When you think of the Pit Bull Terrier, that's an old breed. That breed go back decades ago, right? When you think about the Rottweiler, the German Shepherd, when you think about the Cane Corso, right? All these dogs go back so many generations. I mean, not generations, but decades ago, right? The American Bully is not that old. So a lot of people think like the American Bully is one of the oldest breeds out there. It is far from it. It's actually one of the more newer breeds of dog that's out there, right? The American Bully was mostly created, fam, to extract some of the attributes of the Pit Bull, but keep some intact, right? Now, with any dog or anything you're trying to create, sometimes it holds on to the attributes that you don't want it to have, right? Now, these dogs were not created and bred for fighting, for hunting, for stuff like that. They were not. But they have those attributes in them and they possess them. So, it all depends on the dog's environment, right? And I'm being honest with y'all and truthful with y'all. It's just like a human being. And I tell people this all the time, family. These dogs are not too far away from us humans. If you put a human being in a really bad environment, that human being will eventually adapt to that environment. If you put a human being in a really good environment, that human being will adapt to that good environment and become a good person. The odds are way greater for him to become better in a better environment, and the odds are way greater for him to become a bad person in a badder environment, right? Same way with a fruit, right? If you got an apple tree, right, and you got two apples touching each other, if you put a good apple next to a bad apple, that bad apple will eventually rot and become a bad apple. So we tend to mimic our environment, right? We become a product of our environment. And it's the same way with a dog, fam. People try to make this way more harder and technical than what it is. It's not. Some dogs, right? If you got a dog that was raised in an environment where the dog stayed chained up to a tree, the dog was around fighting things, they just did bad things with that dog in that environment, right? This dog was raised to be just this killer dog. It's hard to take a dog like that and put it in a more civilized environment, right? This dog already has made his mind up on what it is. Not only did it make his mind up on what it is, but this dog has developed the skills to survive in that environment. So its mind is already wired to survive in that specific environment. Now you take that dog out of that environment and you put it in a loving environment, the odds of that dog being able to transition are much lower. Because the dog is already used to being that way. He is wired to understand, hey, in order for me to survive, I have to adapt to this environment. Now this dog, you could probably wash it out, but it's so hard. Now, if you go and get a younger dog, right? I say, again, it all depends on the environment the dog come from. But if you go out and get a younger dog, you go get a puppy, and you bring this dog into your home, right? This dog will kind of mimic the environment of the house. If the house is a more laid back vibe, chill vibe, then the dog will eventually adapt that philosophy. So are American bullies bred for or made for fighting? They're not. That wasn't their intended reason for creating that breed. The breed was to still keep the look, right? People wanted to keep the pit bull look, but they wanted it on a bigger frame, but extract the behavior, right? So that's what they did. It created a bigger dog, right? That's why you see now pit bulls, on the other hand, they always on the go. They gotta go. You gotta get them out to burn off that excess energy. With an American bully, some American bullies, you could just keep them in the house all day, all the time. You take them for a walk down the street and they fine with that. Pit bulls, if you don't get them out and moving to burn off that energy, they'll eat up your house. They'll maybe eat you up. Now, American bullies, they not like that. Some American bullies do have that trait though, right? They have that wire in them to where they have possessed more of that pit bull characteristic when it comes to the energy level and the excitement and the wherewithal to go, the fact that they just want to go and go, and they got this, they call it drive, right? The dog have this certain amount of drive. Some bullies have it, some bullies don't, right? If you got a bully that don't have it, he just don't have it. No matter the environment you put him in, he just don't possess it. You got some bullies that have it, and then you try to put him in an enclosed, in a house environment, it's hard for that dog to operate. Just like a kid, right? You got some kids, they get turned up in school and they more energetic and happy, and they like, hey, this kid needs some medication. No, the kid don't. That's just the way the kid was wired, right? And then you got some kids, they more laid back. So it all just depends on the genetics with that kid and with that dog. The genetics on this dog say, yes, I'm an American bully, but in those genetics, some things can be different from certain bullies. So it all, the biggest point of it all is the environment of the dog, on the environment of where the dog come from, and the environment in which the dog is going. Those are the two most important things, fam. That's why I tell y'all, before you go get a dog, fam, really do your homework, your research, and see where this dog come from. The background on this dog. A lot of people are just like, oh, these dogs going for a good price, I'm going to get it. Then you get the dog and you decide that the dog ain't what you thought it was. Now you want to get rid of the dog, put the dog on the street. Don't do that. It's your fault. We should have put you out on the street because you should have known better to go out and do your homework. You get what I'm saying? You got to go out, do your homework, do your research, do your due diligence, and make sure that you find the dog that fit the qualifications that fits best for your needs, your family, your household. You get what I'm saying? But American bullies were not bred to be aggressive, game, and driven dogs. They were not. I hope this is making sense. If it is, let me know in the comments. Because if it's not, I'll make another video and break it down more. I feel like I'm breaking it down to its dumbest term, or you give them easiest term. It gets way more complicated, fam. But I'm a person, I like to make everything simple because simple works for me, right? Everybody can understand simple, and I want y'all to understand it. I want y'all to get it. So you might have a woman out there that say, hey, Fetty, man, I'm just looking for a pet dog. As a breeder, it's my job to make sure I help her find what it is that she's looking for, right? Or she done already done her homework. Hey, Fetty, I see your dogs. Woo, woo, woo. This is the dog I'm looking for. I want a pup from Jumbo and Nova. I love Jumbo. I love the way he act. I love the way he look. I see him with your kids. I see him, right? I see Nova. I see how she is with your kids. When she was a pup, when she had puppies, your little baby was in there and she didn't bother the child. Oh my God. People want to see these things, right? And that's why I show y'all Gigi on a spring pole going crazy. And then I also show y'all her with my kids. Because Gigi has those characteristics. Rest in peace to Gigi, right? She has those characteristics where she know when to be on 10 and she know when to be on 2, right? You got a dog like Cookie. Cookie know when to be on 10. She have a hard time knowing when to go to 2 at times, right? And you see that kind of show up in her puppies, right? So it all depends on the environment and where the dog is at, and the environment and where the dog is going. But American bullies were not created for fighting, fam. If this video needs to be more explained, family, let me know in the comments, all right? That's the only way I know whether I'm going in the right direction or I'm deviating. Let me know if I'm deviating. so I can redo it and make it more simple. And also, let me know in the comments what y'all think about this, fam. American bullies were not created for fighting. And that's the end of that. Let me know in the comments what y'all think, fam, so that way I can know if I got it right, hit a home run, or I got it wrong, strike out. Let me know, baby. I'm out of here.